Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next part of Sustainable Business and Circular Economy series. Today, focusing on smart cities and smart mobility. This online, as you probably know, this online event is brought to you by Nordic Chamber of Commerce in Czech Republic, Association of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises and Crafts, and Confederation of Industry of Czech Republic, in collaboration with embassies of Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, and Iceland here in Prague. Welcome again. My name is Wojciech Kowal. I worked for Czech Radio, focusing mainly on science, technologies, and sustainability. And today I'm going to be your host through this online event. We're going to be talking about smart cities, smart mobility. When we talk about mobility, we're probably can say that we are already living at the brink of an electric era, and it is not a big surprise. Nordic countries are playing a lead role here. As you probably know, Norway became the first country in the world to sell more electric cars than petrol, hybrid, and diesel engines put together last year. Sweden also followed the path. They installed a bonus-malus scheme, subsidy for low emissions vehicles, while placing, on the other hand, extra fees on the purchase of petrol and diesel vehicles with some conditions. So the Nordic world is moving to sustainable mobility, and I'm glad we can see some changes already, even here in Czech Republic. But for sure, we have a lot to learn from Nordic countries. I remember my first visit to Oslo and Stockholm, for example, about like 5 or 6 years ago, and I was amazed like how many EVs and hybrid cars were already on the streets in Oslo and in Stockholm, and it was a really like good sign for me that this change is happening, and right now we can see more and more of these cars here in Czech Republic, especially in Prague. So. Yeah, the change is coming, and we're going to talk a lot about that. Of course, the electromobility is probably not the only way to go, especially in case of public transport and long hauls, which is also a topic of today's speeches. Yeah, I'm really glad even here in Czech Republic, we already realized that the smart mobility is sustainable mobility. It's also something I experienced in Norway specifically, because I visited Oslo Innovation Week for 2 years in a row, and you can see this let's say push for sustainability there, not only in mobility, but yeah, also in other areas. Of course, like changing these kinds of mobility, the way we move, brings some issues we need to face. We need to think of bigger charging infrastructure and new business models. And today we're going to talk about a few good examples of both of that, both charging infrastructure, both new business models here and in Nordic countries. So not to be too long at the beginning, please let me invite 2 special guests we have today here to open this event, and starting with Mr. Geir Bekkevold, Chargé d'Affaires of Embassy of Norway here in Prague. Mr. Bekkevold, this online stage is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Kowal. Dobré ráno. Good morning, everyone. First of all, let me extend a warm thanks to the Nordic Chamber of Commerce for organizing this series of online conferences. The UN Sustainable Development Goals are one of the cornerstones in our struggle to stop global warming, and they are strongly supported by the Norwegian government. The issue today, smart cities and smart mobility, is especially important because transportation is the main source of emissions. Norway has for a number of years taken very practical measures to support green mobility. Electrical vehicles have been exempted from purchase and VAT. City authorities have offered incentives such as free parking in the city centers, use of bus and taxi lanes, and not least toll-free, avoid toll fees. Close cooperation with business as the topic is today, have actively developed smart infrastructure, charging stations, etc., to charge the electric vehicles. As a result, the number, as you mentioned, Mr. Kowal, the number of electric vehicles has during the last decade skyrocketed to almost 500,000, representing some 13% of all vehicles. And it's rising very quickly, this figure. Last year, Norway, as you mentioned, became the first country in the world where the sales of electric vehicles has overtaken fossil fuel cars. Our capital, Oslo, has set the goal of becoming zero-emission city. The ambitions are all private cars on Oslo's road to be emission-free in 2030, and all public transport already in 2028. We see also that Czech buses, electrical buses, are in use, such as in Bergen. All our Nordic neighbors have launched a very wide range of successful smart mobility projects. But our experience in Norway is clear, showing one thing. To ensure a substantial growth in green mobility, we need a strong political will. We need commercially viable projects, and we need, not least, active support and engagement from the end users. Therefore, I am very happy that today's seminar will be opened by Mr. Åsmund Møll Tringstad of Meshcraft. Thanks to high-tech companies like Meshcraft, we have made mobility in Norway smarter, helping us to come closer to reach the UN goals. And also would like to add that Skoda is represented here today, and I'm pleased to confirm that our embassy also go electrical with the new Skoda Enyaq soon. So once more, I will give a thanks to the Nordic Chamber of Commerce and especially to Lea Tutsarova for organizing this event. And we are very much looking into the results and following the conference with great interest. And I can also tell you that the last conference organized was also followed by authorities in Oslo on this, and we are spreading the information also up to the Nordic, the Norwegian environment. So, but again, the policies have been stable. That means it's been the same throughout the years. So the incentives have not changed during the period. It's been the same, and it means that the customers and the marketplace knows the key role. So it's been there for 10, 15 years. So then the changes are now happening, and the whole system so it works together. So I wish you a very good conference today. I'm following it as close as I can. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Bekkevold. I hope these Enyaqs for Norwegian embassy will be covered in Norwegian flag to recognize them easily on the streets. Thank you for your opening speech, and now I will give the word to Vice President of Nordic Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Dagmar Plevachová. You go.
Thank you, Wojciech. Good morning to everyone. Thank you, Mr. Bekkevold, for a nice intro. I'm very happy. Let me welcome you, first of all, in the name of all our members and the Nordic Chamber. I'm very happy to have the Norwegian Embassy supporting us today with this topic, with the third topic on our sustainable conference cycle. Cities and mobility, something which is very important. As you maybe wrote in my LinkedIn post, 70% of the population of the planet will in 2050 live in the cities, which makes cities the biggest CO2 production plant, let's say, in a negative sense. Mobility is a huge part of cities, and to be sustainable on that is our only chance. The Nordic countries are great in that. Cities, smart cities and smart mobility are connected very tightly together. So I'm happy that we have been able to organize this conference today, especially on this topic, and give it a space. I'm very happy to have all these great companies as contributors, because one of the things is to reach whatever we want to reach in 2030, 2050, to safeguard our planet and our life, is to learn from each other, to share best practice. Those who already run forward and have gained know-how to share it with the others, and etc. And we as Nordic Chamber we have the ambition to be the platform for sharing best know-how, for sharing building networks, etc. And I hope this will help, because calling for the state is not enough, even though in Norway it works quite well. We all need to do something, and I hope we can contribute to this. And last but not least, sustainability in all extent is a great business case. So I'm happy if that all of you share with us. If we generate some good business and some sustainable future for all of us by these conferences, I will be more than happy for all our chamber. Thank you, and have a great conference.
Thank you, Dagmar. Thank you for the other opening speech.